I don't know who this is for, but release your truth. Don't hold in your truth because you worried about how it's going to make your family look if you start talking about the things they did to you. They did them to you. That's your truth. You are no less than them. If you constantly worried about their image and you don't want to talk, you don't want to speak on what they did because you worried about how it's going to make them look in the street, you think about this. Were they worried about how it was going to make them look when they was doing it to you? Did they care about your feelings as much as you trying to protect their reputation? Their reputation is not more important than your feelings, than your life, than your emotional well-being. You need to get that stuff out. You need to heal, and you can't heal if you're trying to protect them. It's time out for protecting other people. It's time to take care of yourself. Tell your truth. Speak on it. Get it out of you so you can start to heal, so you can move forward. This is your season for blessings, which means you got to have good discernment so you can know who is right in your life and who is not. You can't have good discernment if you still hurting from things that happened in your childhood. If you still repeating cycles in your mind of things that happened to you in your childhood, the only reason why you want to protect them is because you're worried about what people going to say about them or what people going to say about what you've been through. But if you want to heal, if you want to get your Jeremiah 29:11, you have to speak on these things. God set you apart. He knew you were strong enough to take a stand. Take a stand. You're not disrespecting nobody. You're not trying to tarnish nobody or hurt nobody if you are telling your truth. It's your truth. Their reputation is not your responsibility. Your healing is. Your healing is your responsibility. They were not thinking about you. And I'm not saying that you do evil for evil, right? Because hurt people hurt people. You're not doing it to slander them. You're not out here spreading lies about them. What I'm telling you to do is get you some help. Go and talk to somebody, right? If it's therapy, go to therapy. If you got a spouse, talk to your spouse, right? People need to understand you. And you need to understand you, which means you have to unbottle that stuff. All of that pain that you've been smushing down, you have to unbottle that. Parents are not perfect. Some people, parents, believe it or not, they were the enemy, right? Some family members, they were the enemy. Y'all see it, the devil will use anybody. So some of them, they were the enemy of your childhood. They were the enemy. And if you do not face your truth and start to heal from that, you will be stuck there. Stuck not being able to trust. When God trying to send you somebody to save your life, but you can't even trust them enough to let them in. Stuck not being able to love. Because any time somebody tell you they love you, you don't believe them. Because you don't even know what it feels like to really be loved by another person. You cannot stay stuck because of that hurt. That hurt was not your fault. It's also not your job to hold it forever. You need to speak on it. The things that happened to you were not right. You did not deserve it. But what you really don't deserve is a desolate life, right? Y'all, it's in the Bible. When she chose not to tell what her brother did to her, right? When she chose to live a life as a desolate woman, dead in the inside, because of what these family members did to you as a kid. And you so worried about their reputation and how it's going to make them look if you speak out. You deserve to heal. And you cannot heal if you hold it inside. If you constantly worried about how it'll make them look if people find out what they did. Guess what? Did they not do it? They did it. So do it matter if people find out? That's the problem. They was more worried about what people thought of them than how they treated you. And now you doing the same thing to yourself. Break that. Break that curse. Speak out for yourself. Your truth is your truth. If they did it, guess what? They did it. They need to own up to it. And if they don't, at least you get it out of you. I ain't telling you to go from the rooftop and scream out what happened to you. What I'm telling you is go through the proper channels. Talk to people. The therapist, a close friend, your spouse. But you have to start speaking on it in order to heal through it. Stop holding that stuff inside of you. Stop keeping it as if it's something that you did to yourself, right? Some deep, dark secret that you got to bury because you want to protect the image of family. The image of family being destroyed when they did it to you in the first place, when they mistreated you in the first place, when they allowed you to be touched in the first place, when they told you not to say nothing because that's your uncle, that's your daddy, that's your cousin. All of that. They destroyed the image of family when they did that to you. They didn't care about your feelings because they was worried about a reputation. Why you gonna do the same thing? You need to heal. You need to move forward. You need to be alive spiritually in the inside so you can receive what God is sending to you. I will give y'all the scripture when it say that with Absalom and his sister, when she was raped by her brother, she told her one brother and she went and moved in with him. But the rest of her life, she lived a desolate life because she did not get help. She did not speak on it anymore. He told her, you do not tell anybody because that's your brother, right? Because that's your brother. So then she lived a desolate life. Dead in the inside. That's what desolate means. Dead in the inside. Because you can't speak on your truth. Now you walking around here looking at other people the way that you should be looking at them. But because everybody tell you family is important, family is all you got. No, that's not the truth. The Bible tell you if your mother and your father forsake you, God will take you. Family is not all you got. God will give you family. He tell you that too. If your family that you come from did not do you right, guess what? Your priority will always be the family that you create. And you cannot be whole for the family you create if you are still harboring things that happen from the family that you came from. You have to heal from those things. You afraid of your emotions. You can't be vulnerable because when you were small, your mama and your daddy told you don't cry. They told you to hush. They told you, oh, we don't talk about what go on in this house. What go on in this house, stay in this house. Guess what? They told you that because they were ashamed of what was going on in this house. And now what was going on in this house scarred you and you still walking around here holding on to it. No, it's time out for that. It's time out for that. Get the help you need. Tell your story. Get it off your chest. Allow God to heal you. I love y'all.